2 p.m. right now, and from on board the MV Esperanza, we have been able to spot at least 5 illegal fishing vessels right from morning. In fact, we are around 120 nautical miles from the domestic waters of India, and what you see behind me is another such illegal and suspicious looking fishing vessel. Now, the violations are that most of them do not have proper registrations. Even if they do, they have dual registrations, that is, they are registered both in India and in a foreign nation, which is a violation as per Indian laws. Also, on top of that, they do not have proper permits to actually fish in Indian waters. They are not registered with the Indian government, and they should not actually be present in the Indian exclusive economic zone.
The Burmese vessels that we found, they are very conveniently located geographically, simply because it takes them about 35 hours to travel to the Indian EEZ, and they stay out for about 10-15 days per voyage. There are other vessels like Taiwanese and Thailand, which some of them are legal, but some of them are also indulging in violations, like dual registration or catching fish but not reporting it the correct amount, which is what is called illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. They're actually stealing fish from Indian resources and taking it and landing it in their respective ports in respective countries. This is possible simply because we don't have proper monitoring and surveillance measures in place as far as the Indian EEZ is concerned.
Lack of proper surveillance is clearly making our exclusive economic zone exclusive only to poaching and illegal fishing. From the Indian Ocean off the Port Blair coast, Durga Nandini, Prashant Rai and Bureau of Inputs for Headlines Today.
The worst ever act of maritime terrorism, the 26/11 Mumbai attack, doesn't seem to have taught us any lessons. Illegal foreign presence continues unabated in our waters, and the gaps in maritime security are glaring.
High drama in the Indian Ocean as Headlines Today tracked down an illegal fishing vessel barely 70 nautical miles from the Andaman coast. Evidence of illegal foreign presence in Indian waters filmed for the first time on Indian television. This Burmese vessel has been close to mainland India for days. It has dodged all Indian security surveillance and has been fishing inside India's maritime boundary. We tried to alert Indian security agencies, but even an hour later, our attempts were still reaching a dead end, with the Coast Guard not responding to our radio messages. This is proof that even after 26/11 and after many upgrades and promises, the maritime security of India remains vulnerable. Experts say this is a grim reminder of the fact that no lessons have been learned from the Mumbai attacks.
It is not a desirable situation, let me put it that way, mainly because of Mumbai, and we keep saying that the terrorists can use the sea route. So what do? Do you wait for another Mumbai, or do you improve your existing arrangements? I am saying as an analyst that we need to invest in technology in a far more intensive and focused way than we have till now, and identify areas which are very vital, hypothetically the Mumbai port.
Security agencies concede that there are gaps in maritime security, but they also insist that the scale and scope is huge since India has a vast coastline.
No, it's not possible to man such a vast coastline. You must understand, you're talking about 7,500 kilometers of a coastline. You're talking about 2.52 million square kilometers of EEZ. The aim would always be to ensure that you have such deterrence in place that the extent of poaching is grossly cut down and it's limited. And that would be our endeavor.
The contention, however, is that while Mumbai 26/11 should have woken the country out of its slumber, in reality it did not. And we ourselves experienced, even after 4 years, security along the eastern coast has not changed much. In fact, the National Security Establishment is aware that if effective maritime counter-terror control measures are not put in place, the danger of another attack from the sea is imminent.
We are moving in the right direction. We are there to a very large extent, but there is some gaps to be covered still, because resources take a long time to build. And I think we have come a long way from there. I won't say that it is 100% foolproof, but yes, it is in place to a good measure.